Good evening. My name is Kacper Paradowski and you are watching Poland Daily News. It is likely that even before the presidential elections in Poland, a meeting between President Donald Trump and President Andrzej Duda will take place in Washington, as informed by the Politico website. If the meeting were to take place, it would be a clear show of support for Duda from the Trump administration.
Following the break in meetings between American and foreign officials in the White House due to the coronavirus pandemic, it is said that Donald Trump will start having visitors once again. The Politico website reports that one of the people that American head of state will shortly meet will be the Polish President Andrzej Duda. Such meeting could take place as early as next week. Of course, the inviting side is the one which should be announcing first about such a meeting, so I cannot say anything at this time. What I can say is that we have been indeed leading advanced talks with the American side in recent days regarding three very important matters. One of them is the future of the American military presence in Europe. We know the decisions Mr. Trump made regarding the US troops in Germany, and from where we stand, it does not have to affect the American presence in Europe.
Zapowiadana na razie nieoficjalnie wizyta prezydenta.
The rumored visit of President Andrzej Duda in the White House is a very good information. It means that the relations between the two countries are developing and that they are important to each other. This would be the first visit of a foreign leader to Washington since the outbreak of the pandemic, which bears importance as well. This meeting would also look good for President Duda ahead of the elections and, who knows, maybe for President Trump as well, although in 6 months from now.
Znaczenie, choć to dopiero za pół roku.
If the rumors come true, President Duda's visit would come at the time of transferring some of the American troops from Germany to Poland. The lessening of American military presence in Europe from 34 to 25,000 and the transfer from Germany to Poland is the result of Germany not fulfilling the NATO obligation of allocating 2% GDP to defense.
Andrzej Duda held a rally in Serock-Mazowiec today. The president spoke about the strength of the Polish-American alliance.
Bo Polska dzisiaj jest krajem, który jest silny siłą także Sojuszu Północnoatlantyckiego.
Today, Poland is a country which is strengthened by the cumulative strength of the NATO alliance. It is strong due to the stationing of the North Atlantic Alliance forces on our territory. These troops are a guarantee of compliance with Article 5. Do you remember when in 2014 Russia attacked Ukraine? The Baltic states were very afraid, as were their societies. Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia were all afraid of being the next victim. There were also similar concerns in Poland. I remember those voices saying, "What's next? Are we really safe?" Since then, our reality has changed significantly. I fought for NATO troops to be present on our territory on the basis of decisions made during the NATO summit in Warsaw. These are primarily American troops, the strongest army in the world, and the United States is now our strongest ally.
Naszym najmocniejszym sojusznikiem.
The Defender 2020 military exercise operation was concluded today. Several thousand soldiers from Poland and the United States of America took part in the operation.
Jestem pod wrażeniem, jestem dumny.
I am proud of what we could witness here. I am impressed by the skills presented by the soldiers of the Polish army and the United States soldiers, as well as by the cooperation of both armed forces. Exercises related to Polish-American cooperation are more intense as a result of excellent cooperation between President Andrzej Duda and President Donald Trump. The two declarations signed by both presidents constitute a permanent presence of American troops in Poland and an increase in the number of American forces on our territory.
Amerykańskich w Polsce stanowią o zwiększeniu liczebnym wojsk amerykańskich w Polsce.
The LGBT+ communities were enraged by the recent words of President Andrzej Duda, describing the LGBT movement as an ideology and not people. The left wing of the Polish political scene is intent on painting Duda as a radical homophobe. Meanwhile, Robert Biedron, a homosexual candidate for president from the Liberal Spring Party, engaged his mother in the campaign. He also proposed a meeting between him, his mother and the head of state. The president agreed but then Biedron began avoiding the subject, and no one really knows now what were his true intentions.
On Tuesday, it was rumored that President Andrzej Duda invited Robert Biedron and his mother to a meeting, for which Biedron himself asked for previously. The meeting was supposed to be about the words spoken by Duda during an election rally, describing the LGBT+ as an ideology rather than people. Helena Biedron was the first to respond to the invitation. When I got the invitation, I thought to myself, why? I fear that it is only so people could see you with me and think that we got to an agreement. Yesterday evening, Biedron refused to meet with the president, even though he proposed it in the first place, claiming that the meeting would be used by the Polish head of state to save his presidential campaign. I will not go to the meeting with President Duda tomorrow, as I feel he intends to use us to save his image. Today, during the time the meeting was supposed to take place, Biedron held a press conference in front of the presidential palace, saying that he wants to meet with the president after all, but only if he apologizes for his words about the LGBT+.
Przyjmuję to zaproszenie pod jednym warunkiem.
I accept the invitation under one condition, that you will say one simple word which doesn't cost much, but can mean a lot to millions of Poles. I am sorry. We still haven't heard that important phrase from you.
Zabrakło.
The chaos caused by Robert Biedron, according to columnist Krzysztof Karnkowski, is his attempt to salvage his presidential campaign. He fell to the last place of the candidates which count in opinion polls. Almost the entire electorate which could have voted for him was taken away from him either by Rafał Trzaskowski or Szymon Hołownia. I believe that he is desperately searching for a subject which could bring him attention. The matter of LGBT+ is obviously a chance for him to speak up. But whether he will take it, we just have to wait and see. For now, I doubt he has a clue on how to make us of it. Tonight, a debate between all the candidates will take place on the air of the public television TVP.
Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki announced that Poland will introduce an innovative measure to help companies grow. The so-called Estonian Tax stipulates that companies of up to 50 million in turnover will be exempt from paying corporate income tax as long as they invest their profits into business development. Although this measure will cost the budget approximately 5 billion zloty, it should encourage businesses to grow.
We are aware of the fact that capital has a nationality. Fighting to strengthen Polish capital and building the Polish middle class is worth every penny. Hence, we decided to apply the most modern tax solution. Companies with a turnover of up to 50 million zloty, which is nearly 97% of companies operating in Poland, will be exempt from paying corporate income tax as long as they do not draw profits from their company. Every entrepreneur, whether Polish or foreign, who decides to invest in development will have the perfect conditions for growth. That is a solution that promotes freedom. It was made in order to appeal to those who want to develop their companies, to those who are previously uncertain whether to invest or to take the taxed profit from their company. This solution is also primarily aimed at creating new workplaces. Based on our analyses, this solution will create several 100,000 new jobs over the next few years.
The Ministry of Health informed about 506 new coronavirus infections, including 209 in Silesia. 14 more people died. The Health Ministry noted the spike in the Silesian region. That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for Poland Daily Business. Good night.